Welcome. welcome. Welcome once again to the self-love. No rules. No rules channel. Where everybody's welcome, family. Where everybody's welcome. Everybody's welcome over here, fam. We're just clearing the air. But while I'm clearing the air, I want to let everybody know that self-love absolutely rules. Over here, fam. Absolutely rules over here. But we ain't got no rules. Like I told y'all, fam. Like I told y'all. Hey. Don't worry. We don't talk to the YouTube people. They say we winning over here. Y'all do what y'all want. Okay. we gonna do just that. Look, see how that sun coming out there like that, fam? See? We out here shining, okay? We are the sunshine on those cloudy days. Yeah. See, we got a new one coming, family. We got a new one coming. Stick around. Hey, go get everybody, fam. Go bring everybody in. Tell them we back on again. I'll wait. Go get everybody, fam. Go call them in. We got a beautiful show today. But I'm not gonna keep y'all alone, family. I'm not gonna keep y'all alone today because I took a little bit of time, okay, and just been allowing the divine to fill my cup, okay. That's what self-love is, fam. That's what self-love is. It's about filling your cup before you pour into anybody else's cup. Sometimes we gotta have that little bit. We gotta be a little bit of selfish, fam, when it come down to taking care of ourselves, okay? And that's what self-love is, family. Taking care of yourself, taking a little bit of time to clip your toenails, click your nose hairs. Hey, y'all gotta excuse me today, fam. Divine got a sense of humor. Y'all know how Divine got a sense of humor. I'm getting these messages. I just gotta laugh sometimes. But hey, but take care of yourselves, family. That's look, and I'm leading by example, okay? And you gotta take that time, and we just gotta practice just loving ourselves, family. Because we're not gonna be good for anybody if we're not taking that time for ourselves, okay? So that's really important. All right, we're gonna be there for our families. We're gonna be there for our children. We're gonna be there for our careers. We're gonna be there for the divine. We're taking care of ourselves, and these bodies are the vessels for our souls. This is how we navigate in this physical world. Okay, so yeah, but like I said, fam, hey, look, okay, hey, gather everybody around. We got a beautiful message today that the divine laid on my heart, and I did. We talked about it. We got, like I said, we got some music coming now, fam. The writer's block is gone. We starting to write the music again. The floodgates are open. The floodgates are opening up now, family. All because I decided to, I made a decision to really release that old part, the old version of myself, and allow the divine to take over. Okay, that's basically what it come down to, fam. You know what I mean? Allowing that ego to take a back seat, and not having any type of control, trying to have any type of control of or expectations of how the divine is going to work out my life. Okay, whatever it is that I want to do, all I gotta do is just walk towards that direction, and the divine gonna work out everything else. You know what I mean? I just gotta put in that little bit of effort of just going towards whatever it is that I want to do, and the divine gonna work out all that, how it's gonna work out, this and that or whatever. If you're listening to your higher self, that inner voice within yourself, that divine within, it's going to lead you to all the right places, family. It's going to lead you to all the right places, and being connected with the divine is going to connect you to this material world. Okay, like I said, fam, look, I'm gonna lead by example. Okay, I'm gonna lead by example, and like I said, but at the end of the day, it's gonna take some patience, fam. Hey, it's gonna take some patience, okay? you know, uh, everything is in divine timing, because a lot of times we may want to rush things, and sometimes, that may not be for that may not be for the good of what I'm saying, for everybody else and yourself. You know what I mean? Hey, sometimes we want to try to we want to try to push things along, and we get a little bit impatient. You know, you grab that chicken out you grab that chicken out the oven a little bit too early. You may get something it's like that, fam. You know what I mean? You got everything's in divine timing. Okay? Everything is in divine timing, and that's what we talking about today. What we talking about today, fam, is we talking about we talking about that ego. We talking about the ego today, family. Okay, all right. Because just looking at my life, fam. Because I'm up there on the pole, and I got my life on the platter right now, fam. You know what I mean? Exposed for the world. My ego is out there. And I gotta always check my ego at the door, because you could get big headed. You could get thinking that you this or you that, and you gotta really check. I gotta check my ego, fam. It's like that, you know what I mean? This is gonna be a constant thing that you just gotta be aware of, because ego can get arrogant, ego can get beside itself, it can get outside of itself, and like I told y'all, fam, there's a whole lot of stuff. There's a whole lot of stuff can go on when you get outside yourself with that ego, okay? So we want to make sure that we keep that ego in check, fam, because we get a world full of everybody ain't not really checking that ego, and things will get real tricky out here. Hey, we got the birds, fam. We got the birds. We out here with the bird. We out here with the birds today. Yeah. So what we talking about today, fam? We look. See right now, my ego is in rehab. Okay. It's like that, fam. It's like that. I had to put my ego in straight rehab, because it's all about that. We not feeding the ego no more, family. Because the ego can get all beside itself, and it wanna. And I'm not making enemies with it now. Look, we're not making enemies with ego. It may want to kick and fight up or whatever like that, but it's got to go to rehab, fam. We're not gonna keep feeding the monster. We're not gonna keep feeding the beast. Okay, the spirit say that's the truth. See them birds fly. We're not gonna keep feeding the beast. We're gonna let it. Look, I appreciate you for trying to protect me, for doing this and doing that, but we letting that inner child come out and play right now. We looking to go from our heart right now. Okay, we looking to live our lives from our heart and create our world from our heart, not from this ego-based, fear-based mind that's full of illusions and fall for all the tricks and want to tell us this and that or whatever, and try to keep us small and keep us in these little boxes, and not want us to come out and want to compete with everybody else and try to compare ourselves with everybody else. Oh, but don't do this, don't do that, because they look how long they've been in the business or whatever like that. You're not gonna be able to compete or this and that or whatever. Want to keep you small. That little inner voice in you that try to keep you, in these 9 to 5s or in these 10 to 12s or whatever, these 12-hour shifts, whatever it is. Just to stop you from doing whatever it is that you really came here to do. Okay, and That's what we talking about today, fam. I mean, I got a few notes that, you know what I mean, that's kind of showing the difference between recognizing the signs, recognizing the differences between this, when the ego starts kicking in and when the heart starts kicking in. All right, fam. I'm just gonna touch on a few of these things just so I can give everybody like an insight, a little bit of intel about what may be going on with our ego. You know, as far as how it wants to keep us in a certain place, keep us in this fear-based mentality, keep us in this prison of our mind, you know. And like I said, you know, there may have been some things going on in this world where, you know what some when this plan may have been in place, you know, it may have been designed to understand that we will be our own. We will keep our own selves in our own prison. Okay? If you put enough fear, I told y'all, fam, that's what I would do. I put enough fear in everybody. Where after a while, they gonna start policing their own self. All I gotta do is put enough fear out there. Okay? And after a while, they gonna start. Their ego gonna kick in. And they gonna shut their inner child down, and they gonna put themselves in their own. They gonna put themselves in their own prison, and the ego gonna keep them in that prison. It's gonna hold them down, and every time they want to rise up, they gonna. I ain't gotta say nothing to them. All I gotta do is keep pumping out fear everywhere, all up in the world, on the news, everywhere. I'm just gonna pump fear on everywhere, in the schools, in the religions. Everywhere I'm gonna pump the fear, okay? Put a fire lake everywhere. I don't care what it is. I'm gonna put fear out there, where the ego gonna want to say, hey, look, I'm not messing with that. Shut it down. Shut all that down. You want to try to make yourself better? Oh, no. Compare yourself with this and that. That's what the ego gonna do. And I'm gonna figure out that it's gonna keep you policing your own self, okay? And that's how that goes, fam. You know, think about it. Don't take my word for it. Anytime you really want to try to do something to better yourself, even if you're doing this and doing that, bills, worried about the mortgage, you know, 401k plans, you know what I mean? You got to tap into this and tap into that. You know, the kids need this, need that. Everywhere you go, fam. Everywhere you go. And then, you know, the ego is just going to try to keep us on this wheel, on this wheel, keep this hamster wheel, just keep over and over and over and over, pumping us full of fear, because the ego, it feeds off of that fear. That's how it gets its fix. You see, fam? That's how it gets its fix. That's how it feeds. That's how you feed the monster. When you allow that, when you choose to put your attention in your mind onto that fear, into that ego, and allow that ego to take control over your heart, it's gonna keep taking from you. It's gonna keep taking, because every time you free willing and giving up your will and giving up your choices to that ego, and you just gonna keep feeding that monster. And let me tell you something, fam. It's gonna come at you real subtle sometimes. Sometimes it's gonna come at you from the back door. Okay? It may try to lure you in. It may try to say, you know, this and that or whatever. Come with something a little bit light, a little bit easy, you know. And try to come through the back door or whatever like that. But then after a while, you know, if you allow that, even that little bit about yourself to sneak in, it's gonna be a snowball effect, and then it's gonna start, something else gonna come, and all they're really trying to do is just get its fix. It's just trying to feed itself, fam. So look, don't fall for that trick, fam. That's what I'm trying to let everybody know right now, okay? Don't we not falling for that trick anymore, these illusions and this plan or whatever like that, to keep ourselves policed, to keep ourselves in our own prison of our own mind. So what we talking about today, fam, is we getting into our heart, okay? So let me give you a few examples of so think about it like this, fam. You know, if you got a thought, okay, and that thought makes you smile, just say that's coming from the heart, okay? It made you smile, okay? But if you got another thought and you just start to think about things, that may be coming from the ego, okay? That's a little bit subtle right there. But I'm just giving you a little bit of a reference point, all right, between the heart and the ego, okay? Now, I'm going to give you a few things about the ego. The ego going to give you triggers. The ego going to give you fears. It's going to keep you on guard. It's going to want to control things. It's going to be a little bit clingy to other people, this and that or whatever. You know, it's going to be codependent. Feel like it needs this person, need that person. Okay, this is all ego, okay? It's going to feel like it need to compete. It's going to feel like it needs to compare itself to something, this or that. It don't really have no real direction. You know, it's going to get loud. It may need direction. It needs to be right. You know, it may be a little bit of manipulative, you know. Got ulterior motives, stuff like that, okay? This is what we're talking about, the ego, right? And then, now, you got the heart, on the other hand. The heart is going to really be in the feelings. You know, the heart is really going to be how I'm feeling. The heart energy is going to be about peace. It's going to feel safe. You're going to feel safe. You're going to be willing to surrender instead of want to have control, right? You're going to surrender that control. You're going to allow the divine. You're going to allow whatever's supposed to happen. You're not going to really be trying to control this or that, right? That's the heart. The heart's going to feel independent. It's not going to feel like it need this person to need this, okay? It's going to be in its flow state. The heart's going to be aligned with its purpose. The heart's going to know what it's here to do, what it came to do. It's going to look for what it is that it came to do. It's not going to just be in no routine, okay? And it's going to be calm, cool, collected, and it's going to be very transparent, okay? It's going to be honest. Now, that going back to that ego, the ego may be confused about this or that. The ego may need to know this or that. The ego going to fall for illusions. It's going to start looking for things outside of itself, this and that, whatever. You know, it's going to be pretend this and pretend that. Maybe wearing a mask. I ain't talking about no mask, but it may be wearing another different type of mask. Masking itself away from the world, not really showing its true self. Now, we going back to the heart. The heart going to just know. The heart not going to be trying to figure this or that out. The heart's you're going to know because you're going to feel that within your heart. See, the ego is in that mind. The mind got all kind of confusion as this or that, right? The heart is going to have that faith to step out into the unknown, basically. It's not going to need to know this and need to know that. It's going to believe that what it feels, and it's not going to be afraid to step out into that unknown, to go over there and try that that career that you don't know anything about, or to start doing this and doing that or whatever like that, not even knowing where your next meal gonna come from or your next dollar gonna come from, but you believe that you can do that. And see, that's the heart. You're coming from that heart. You know, that's faith, stepping out into the unknown. You know, and it's going to be based in reality. Your heart is going to be based in reality, not into these illusions going outside of itself, but the reality of your own internal world, how you really feeling, what you experience, what you going through, okay? And it's going to have that inner knowing. You know, it's going to just know. It's going to be authentic. It's going to be authentically you. It's going to be you as an individual, yourself, your inner child, exactly who you are, not this fake and phony whoever. No, none of that. It's going that's we coming from our heart, and that's what this channel is, fam. This channel, see, that's the truth. We coming from our heart, and that's what self-love is, fam. That's what we doing over here, okay? That's who we are, and that's what we bring. That's what we bring to the table, fam. So, to give y'all a quick example of how, from my life and my experience and my receipts, this is how I recognize the difference between if I'm in my heart or if I'm in my ego, fam. You know what I mean? When I'm making decisions, when I'm making choices, whatever it is. Here we go, okay? My red flag is basically, how am I feeling at any given time, okay? You know, how am I feeling? You know, because am I feeling good? Am I smiling? You know, am I frowning up? Am I in my thoughts? Am I in my mind? You know, how am I feeling today? You know, we can track that all day. You know, on our lunch break, we can track how I'm feeling. When I get up in the morning, how am I feeling? You know, when I'm changing the baby's diapers, how am I feeling? You know what I mean? When I'm brushing my teeth, how am I still feeling? You know what I mean? So we can keep track of that, fam, because the thing is, when you feeling good, you attracting those good things to you. When you all up in your head and in your mind, when you in the past, You know, you may start getting depressed about stuff that's been going on in your past. And when you start thinking too much in your future about this and that, about what can possibly happen, you may get a little bit of anxiety. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So our power is in how we feeling right now, family. If we could not even control that, but if we can be aware of where we're at in our present moment, which is where our power at, how we feeling, then you're gonna know immediately, am I in my heart or am I in my mind, that ego mind? What's going on? Okay, fam? And this is my red flag, and this is how I know, and this is how I realize, okay, wait a minute, I'm feeling some type of way right now. I must be in my head, you know what I mean? So let me go back to my heart. Let me check myself real quick, okay? Basically, so it's like this, man. You know, am I feeling good? Am I feeling peaceful? Am I feeling present? You know, am I in the present moment? Am I smiling? Is my heart open? Am I open to what may come? What's going on? What you know, the beautiful day today? Am I open to it? Or do I feel bad? Am I tensed up about some things? You know, am I restless? Am I thinking about the past? Am I thinking about the future? Okay. Am I confused about something? Am I smiling or am I frowned up? Okay. This is my example, fam. I'm asking myself these questions right here because it's an easy this or that. Okay. It's an easy way to stay in my zone. It's an easy way to stay in my power. Okay. It's an easy way to keep my peace. I'm recognizing when that ego kicks in. I'm recognizing when I'm getting into that mind. That mind, like I said, that mind will try to look. The mind cannot overrule the heart. The ego cannot overrule the heart unless we give it that choice. Unless we, with our free will, make that choice. Don't let anybody else on no chessboard make that decision for you, fam. We taking over our world personally, okay? We taking over our world personally, and we creating our world. We recreating our world with a new foundation, with a new look, with a new outlook on how we creating our world, okay? And so we get at any time to choose to allow to have our hearts overrule what's going on with this ego. Put that ego in rehab, fam. That's what we doing on this channel today. We putting the ego in rehab right now. We're not gonna keep feeding the illusions and keep feeding and keep feeding the monster. Okay, we gotta tame this monster, fam. So am I closed? Is my heart closed to the world? You know. So these are my red flags, fam. So anytime any of those things go off of my feel good feeling, anything come knocking at the door of my peace, we gonna check that immediately, fam. See, I already see that on the camera already. You see, I already see what's knocking at the door on the camera right there. And anything that's coming in that's coming up and trying to disturb my peace or whatever, we gonna see that coming a mile away, fam. See, like that, fam. Spirit said that. See, we gonna see that coming a mile away, fam. Like that, fam. Like that. See, we gonna shine some light on that right there, and we gonna put it right in rehab, fam. Like that. So like I say, fam. And the more you practice that, and the more you practice doing that, the more you keep shedding light on that, the more you're gonna and I'm not talking about as soon as that happens, fam, we run away from it. I'm not talking about as soon as we understand that we're not feeling good or we confused or this and that, whatever. Don't just run away from that feeling, fam. Sit right there for a second and think about, why am I feeling this way? What's going on? Why did I go to that thought? Don't just run away from it. Don't just go the other way. You know what I mean? Just process that, fam, because what that's going to do is that's going to allow you to develop that knowledge, to get those tools to understand how to, when the next time that comes around again, how to go straight to your heart, how to deal with that particular thought. Okay, and that thought gonna start coming after a while. It's gonna have to go to something else. You can't keep fooling you with that same thought, you see. And this what I'm talking about, fam. These are the tools that we're developing on this channel. Okay, how to figure out when that ego is trying to kick in and trying to go back to this illusionary world and keep our inner child down there. Okay, we gonna as soon we're gonna shed some light on that. Like I say, don't run away from it, fam. Process it, dissect it, look at it, and once you figure out what that was and what that was all about, what you want to do is you want to tell that thought, hey, look, thank you, I appreciate you coming and teaching me a lesson, and you let it and you happily tell it to leave. You know what I mean? You got to go this way now, okay? We don't need you. We good. We okay now. You know what I mean? And then we could go back to our peace and go back to feeling good, okay? We release that energy. That energy can never be destroyed, so it can only be transmuted, and that's what we're doing. We taking that energy and we transmuting it into something else. We're using that illusionary fear-based thought, and we turn it into love. We using our unconditional love from our heart, and we transmuting it and turning it into something powerful for ourselves that we can use as a tool. So every time that stuff start coming, we got it, fam. And that's what we doing over here on this channel, family. That's exactly what we doing over here, okay? We're not gonna fall for even the tricks of our own mind anymore, fam. We're not gonna fall for anything on anybody's chessboard. We're not gonna be any pawns in anybody's game anymore. And we're not gonna fall for the tricks of our own mind and be policing ourselves and keeping ourselves in this fear-based energy and allowing ourselves to and not really loving ourselves, okay, fam. We loving ourselves over here. We finding others that we can help free and help them to love themselves, okay? And we're gonna teach our children, and like I said, fam, we gonna create some generational wealth in a whole nother way. Okay, we're gonna tap into our divine that's within us. You know what I mean? Which is gonna help us do what we want to do in this physical world, and we're gonna teach that to our children, and our children gonna teach that to their children, and we're gonna pass it on and on and on, fam. Everybody gonna have enough of everything, and everybody's gonna be abundant, and everybody's gonna be full of love. There ain't gonna be no fear over here, worry about no wars over there. We ain't gonna be worried about what's going on over here on the news. We're not gonna be worried about this going on and that going on. Cause look, fam, like I told y'all, fam, that's what I do. I pump everything in the world. I put fear everywhere. I put fear everywhere, over here, over there. I put it on your TV programs. I put it in your schools. I put it in the law books. I put fear everywhere, because I know that's what's gonna keep it. That's what's gonna keep you down, and that's what's gonna keep me with everything that I need over here for me and my kinfolks. That's gonna keep that's gonna keep all my wealth over here. And that's gonna keep y'all way over there in your fear, and you're not gonna come against me, because the Holy Book's gonna keep you worried about that fire lake, and you're gonna be worried about your jobs, and you're gonna be worried about your bills. So you're not gonna come after me, okay? hey, fam, look, I'm trying to tell you, if I had all the money in the world, now way outside myself, that's exactly what I do. I keep all y'all up in y'all. Yeah, I keep all y'all in y'all prison. I ain't gotta lock y'all up. I ain't gotta physically come and lock any of y'all up. I let your egos keep you in that fear. Okay, that's what I do. I let your ego. I let your egos keep you in that fear, fam. We not gonna look here, fam. We not falling for these tricks anymore. We gonna get out of our own way over here on this channel. Like I said, fam, this channel may not be for everybody. This channel is for everybody, but it may not be for everybody. So the ones that are finding this right here, right now, are gonna be the ones that's gonna be ready to be unplugged. I'm not saying everybody gonna be unplugged, fam, but this is the message. The message is not to change anybody or to fix anybody or take anybody out of the temples or anything like that or whatever. Nah, fam. This message right here is for those that are willing to look at something from another perspective and say, you know what if? You know, I tried everything this way. I'm gonna try it this way now. I'm gonna try myself now. Okay, I'm gonna believe in me this time. You know, I'm gonna believe in what I believe this time. I'm not gonna believe anything outside myself and wait. I'm not gonna even wait for anybody coming down to save me or anything like that and look up and, you know what I mean, and none of that. I'm gonna believe in me this time, in this lifetime, and I'm gonna pass that down to my children. You know what I mean, of what I learned, okay? And, you know, and like I said, fam, I'm not, you know, I'm not gonna let anything take my peace, fam. Okay? I'm not gonna let anything take my peace. And once you make that decision, you're gonna do everything. You're gonna do everything in the book to make sure you keep that peace. Okay? So anything comes knocking at the door, you're gonna shine that light on that, fam. And like I said, my ego's in rehab, fam. You got, look, you ain't got to leave, but you got to check in, okay? You got to check in before we check out. All right, you got to check in. All right, and that, and that's what we doing over here, fam. Sometimes we got to put that ego. We got to get out our own way and put that ego in rehab, fam. And it's time to go from our hearts right now, family, because like I said. That ego is gonna want to try to take over, fam, and we're not doing that. We taking our power back. All right, that's what it's come to now, fam. You know what I mean? We're not trying to save anybody. We're not trying to take. You know what I mean? We can't save this person or save that person. But what we want to do is be the best versions of ourselves. Because look at, we can get in these relationships, fam, and we can physically get out of those relationships. But the thing is, energetically, we may still be connected to those relationships. Why? Because we may be waiting for that individual to come back or this and that, whatever. So we really keeping ourselves still tied up into these relationships. We're going to have to even let that go energetically, cut our cords, separate ourselves from those individuals energetically, because they still may be, trying to draw you in that narcissistic type of energy. So you got to realize, and they may not even know that they're doing that, fam. So when you disconnect, you got to really take your power back. Call your power back. See that like that light, fam. Call your power back. All right. It's energy, fam. Take your power back in every way. Don't just physically get out of there. Energetically take your power back. All right. Reclaim your power. Yell it out to the heavens, whatever it is. So you can let all that go, and we can start, and so we can move forward. All right, just release it. Release it to the divine, and that's going to help us move forward in our lives or whatever. Because we can't save everybody. We can't save these individuals. That's not our responsibility. Our responsibility is for ourselves. You know what I mean? To love ourselves and be the best version of ourselves that we can be, and present that to the world, fam. And that's what we doing over here right now. We can't. I'm not trying to fix or change or tell anybody to do this or do that, fam. I'm just shedding a little bit of light over here, family. And that's what we doing over here on this channel, okay? That's what we doing over here. We're loving ourselves, and we spreading that love to as many as we can over here, family. I'm feeling good. I'm shining brighter than I've ever shined before, fam. I'm feeling super strong, fam. I'm feeling super strong, and that gold medal is certain. The most romantic love I've ever had in my life is certain. Okay, the best love I've ever had, the love of myself, is guaranteed. Grounding myself, hugging trees, rolling around in the grass, loving me. It's all certain, fam. The poetry is gonna be better than it's ever been. My drawing is gonna be better than it's ever been. My paintings, the messages are gonna come out even more better, fam. You know what I mean? The music, the collaborations with other artists and performers and musicians. I feel it all coming in, fam, and I'm gonna be allowed to present my gifts to the world in a way that I can't even imagine, family. All because I let it all go, and I decided to allow the divine to work through me and use me as that vessel, and not worry about where the money coming from, and not worry about the money, not worry about the bag, realizing that the bag comes with where my heart is. Okay, when I'm putting my heart out there, and you providing value for the world, and you are genuine about what it is that you're becoming, the divine sees all and knows all. Ain't no getting around that, fam. It's no getting around that, okay? Hit that like button. Subscribe, leave a comment, whatever you want. Hey, y'all know how we do it over here, fam. Ain't no rules. Hey, I love y'all, man. I love y'all. I'm feeling really good, feeling myself. Hey, so I know some people. Why he? Y'all know, y'all already know, fam. Would you rather I come on here pissed off and fired up and mad about things? Would you rather that? Well, keep waiting, keep waiting. I'm feeling good over here, family. I'm feeling really good over here, okay? And ain't nobody taking my joy, and ain't nobody taking my peace. Come what may, fam. No matter what comes or goes, no matter what goes or comes, okay, I'm still gonna love myself, fam. I'm still gonna love myself, all right? Hey, y'all keep y'all head up, and I'll see y'all next time.